Hey, what's up? I just finished editing the Life's a Beach video podcast that we just shot this past Saturday, June 27th. I thought I'd do this little intro thing to kind of explain what the hell's going on in this video. I don't know why every time we try to do one of these, we've only done, this is only the second one we've done like this, in this format. I don't know why we just keep having problems with the cameras and everything else, multiple cameras and sound, and we just keep having technical difficulties. But so a lot of times, I mean, there's always a camera going, but the first of it, for some reason, the camera 2 wasn't recording, and towards the end, camera 1 shuts off and isn't recording, and it was saying that my memory cards were full, and I don't understand that because I have like 3 different 32 gig cards, and yeah, I don't know what the problem was because they weren't full. But yeah, so I just thought I'd do this little intro to explain why a couple of times you only see one camera angle. So enjoy it. Well, I said I'd just finish editing. Now I'm gonna have to put this in there, so I'm not done yet. But check out the episode and where we talk about things like well, just lots of things going on in the DC Comics movies universe right now. So check it out, and hope you enjoy. Beach. All right, welcome to another episode of the Life's a Beach video podcast, vidcast, or I don't know what you would really call that. Of course, joining me today once again is Donald Raymer. Say hi to the folks.
Well, hello, people. Thanks for watching, listening.
And beside him, his girlfriend, Wendy, that probably won't say anything, but just sitting here listening. I wanted to do another video cast today because the podcast, you know, we've been dealing with all this whatever, and haven't had time yet to, or well, just haven't gotten the podcast going yet for people to listen to. So plus we've got quite a few recorded, and I've got a few edited, but what we were going to talk about today needs to be heard and or seen now, so I figured we just do it this way, the way we did the last one. Now don't come in here and start that. I should have shut the door. Of course, the cat with the loudest mouth is going to be, Yana, hush, just be cool. Yeah. But anyways, what we want to talk about was pretty amazing, I think, so we decided to go ahead and do this, and we had planned on doing shooting a flavorgasm today, an episode. I won't really tell you what it was. Well, I was going to do homemade McRibs from like real ribs smoked on the grill, but we had that for some reason. That dust storm from the Sahara has made its way to Kentucky, so it was kind of dusty, but it was going to rain anyways. Can't be mad at the rain because it kind of knocked that out of the air. Because since I walked out today, I was like sniffling and everything else from all that. But let's just jump right into it, Donald. Big news coming out of the DC universe or DCEU that Michael Keaton, after 31 years now, since 1989, what we considered our Batman, is coming back to play Batman again.
Well, it's not official. It's in talks.
Not quite official yet, but I mean,
it's close enough.
Yeah, I mean, they're already saying he's gonna start in the Flash movie, Flashpoint, and then possibly Batgirl. It's like multi movies, not just like one. And that's just God. Kind of gets my nipples hard thinking about it. It's like, oh, can Jack Nicholson come back too? Better bring back the '89 Batmobile.
Oh yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Now, do you think it's gonna? You think at his age now he's gonna be in the suit, or you think he's because after Batman Returns in like 91, 92 when it came out, he said he wouldn't do another one because that suit was just, it was rubber. It was horrendous to wear. It's so hot and everything. Which, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he got a little tickle in his ass after playing the Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming. And he's like, I could put a suit on again. He did that one movie, Birdman, too.
Yeah. Well, they can make suits better now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, he could have upgraded his suit since '89.
Yeah. I think it'll end up like Bruce Wayne at first, and then we'll be in the fucking bat suit later.
It's kind of what I was thinking. Like maybe he kind of accepting it because I can just be an old Bruce Wayne now and kind of train her. But I would think Flashpoint, maybe he's gonna, maybe he'll have it on, or anything about this. If you ever seen if you know anything about Flashpoint, when Barry Allen goes back in time to try to save his mother, it creates Flashpoint. He comes up on a evil, like a kind of a bad Batman. Maybe not necessarily bad, but doesn't have the no kill, no guns policy. But it's not Bruce Wayne; it was Thomas Wayne. So, is he gonna still be like Bruce Wayne, or is he gonna be like Thomas Wayne, but just kind of coming back in the? I mean, I would think he would still be Bruce, but it's something to think about. Whether or not he does that. My throat just made a weird noise. Did you hear that?
Yes. It's enjoying the beer. It's doing.
Indeed. But yeah, it's like as soon as I heard that news, I was like, oh, like my Batman's coming back. I mean, growing up before '89, yeah, I was used to Adam West, but I wasn't alive in the '60s, late '60s when they were doing that Batman series. But I'd watched it. But then, with the comics and that, it was so different because the show was so campy and just
corny.
Yeah. I still love the show, but I mean, so Adam West was kind of my Batman, but not really. So when Michael Keaton came out, I was like, oh, Batman in a black suit, and it was so dark, and because Tim Burton directed it, and then Val Kilmer was not my Batman. George Clooney surely was not my Batman. Christian Bale was not my Batman.
I like Bale. Better than Clooney, at least.
Actually, Val Kilmer did pretty good. He didn't really have the Bruce Wayne look, but he worked as Batman. Sorry.
Damn, on my foot.
George Clooney kind of had a Bruce Wayne look, just not like the attitude. And as Batman, certainly not. He didn't even like change his voice. He's just like, "Hi, Freeze, I'm Batman." It's like, what the hell is going on here? Now, Ben Affleck, I said when Batfleck got the thing in the DC movies, I was like, all right, this could be my new Batman. Because it's Affleck. He's a Batman fan. He's got the look. He done a great job, I thought. But, now he's out, and now that glittery guy from Twilight's going to be Batman. So, it's for... I mean, he does look good in the suit. He's not going to glitter, I don't guess, but...
I hope not.
as long as Edward isn't Batman. I don't have a problem with... shit, I forgot his name now.
I don't know it either.
Yeah, I can't remember now, but... I mean, the bat suit looks cool, and... I mean, he looks alright as
The
Batman.
Batmobile looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking, muscle cars.
But apparently they're kind of saying that this new Matt Reeves Batman trilogy isn't going to necessarily be a part of the Justice League movies now that Affleck was in. They've got a different Alfred, a different Gordon, everything's different. But at least Jared Leto's not going to be the Joker.
I can't do it, but it was terrible. He tried, I guess, but
That Joker
he just didn't work.
I could not stand that version of the Joker. That was just... God. I'd take the one from Gotham over that.
Yes.
Jared Leto's Joker was just... as Morbius and then Spiderverse, it kind of looks badass. I want to see that. But Joker, no. It did not work. But, you know who they're talking about to play the Joker in the new Batman trilogy? The Batman?
Yep.
One, they've got... rumored, anyways. Possibilities or something. Willem Dafoe. Which I could see younger. Maybe even when he did the first Spider-Man movie, when he was Green Goblin. He's older now. I don't know. And how can you be the Joker in these DC movies and also be the character in the Aquaman movies? Because he was an Aquaman. And apparently going to be in the... He was supposed to debut in the Justice League movie, but since it was cut down to 2 hours, when the 4-hour Snyder cut comes out, he's going to be in it.
Oh. Did not know that.
There was a lot cut out of that movie. A 4-hour movie that Warner Brothers made them cut down to 2 hours after, Joss Whedon took over and Zack Snyder was out. So, you think it was because Joss Whedon was doing the Avengers movies and shit, and he was like, no, this can't be better than Marvel.
Probably.
But now that Snyder's doing the Snyder cut, you've got 2 more hours of movie. That was supposed to show like the Superman with the black suit and all that. Actually introduce Iris West, the Flash's girlfriend and stuff. What else is in the Snyder? Oh, I don't know if I want to jump into this now. I don't know, I kind of want to keep talking about Michael Keaton coming back, of course, because that's just, man, it's exciting.
It's been a while.
Yeah, 31 years. I think, yeah, because last year was the 30th anniversary of the 89 Batman, so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, how old does that make you feel?
Young.
I still feel young when I watch it. As soon as I hear it, that theme song, I'm like, oh. That's what I liked about the animated series. They used that theme. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, just Michael Keaton, because DC's. God, that was loud. I think the movies are gonna try to. I think they seen what the TV did.
Yeah.
With Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they're like, oh, let's explore the multiverse. So they're gonna do Flashpoint and all this stuff, and it's. I don't know if they can top Crisis on Infinite Earths, because that was amazing. Which the '89 Batman was a part of that in the very beginning. Just not Michael Keaton. It was Alexander Knox, the news reporter, and he's sitting there looking at the newspaper.
And you had two different Superman.
Well, you had more than two in Crisis, because you had Tom Welling from Smallville.
Oh yes.
Which had given up his powers at this time, but Lex was trying to go around and kill all the Supermen. Then you had Brandon Routh from Superman Returns, that was reprising his and kind of Christopher Reeves, the Superman movies. And then you had Tyler Hote, however you say his last name, from the Supergirl series. And then now they're spinning off and getting their own series, Superman and Lois Lane. But
they were missing Dean Cain.
Yeah, really. Like Dean Cain was the only one missing. But I liked when the Atom, because it was Brandon Routh from Legends of Tomorrow, and he sees his version of Superman. He's like, oh, handsome guy. He's like, oh, wait a minute. Everybody's looking at him like, what, the Atom is also Superman? That was just a great. Like, I took all the episodes and I put them into my computer and edited it into like a 5-hour movie. But the multiverse is something that can give you a lot of different scenarios. I mean, you can bring back anybody from any show or movie or anything, just like Crisis did. I mean, they even had the Flash from the new movies from Justice League in Crisis on TV, meeting the Flash on TV. So maybe he's going to show up in the movies. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
He could show up in Flashpoint. That'd be awesome. And the 90s Flash. He was in the Crisis. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's kind of a lot to take in. Just Michael Keaton coming back is just exciting. Which brings me to what I was going to get into. The Snyder Cut was supposed to have more Green Lantern in it.
Ooh. And
rumor is, don't know how true it is, I don't really expect it to be true, but the rumor is that Ryan Reynolds is going to reprise his role of Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut.
Oh, we'll see.
I mean, I'd love to see it, because
I think it would be awesome.
Regardless of what people thought of the Green Lantern movie, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought Ryan Reynolds played a good Hal Jordan. I mean, he's a comics fan in general, not just Marvel or Deadpool. He's, he likes comics, period. I mean, he's I've got a DVD about comics and stuff that he's a narrator on for DC Comics. Wow. But I mean, can he still be Green Lantern? Because Deadpool shot him while he was reading that fucking script in Deadpool 2.
Why not?
Yeah, it's Multiverse.
I mean, it's going to sound weird, but the new season of Fortnite is Aquaman.
And they have Deadpool on there.
But Deadpool's yacht is still on there, unless
Is Deadpool not available in the game anymore?
Not now, no. But there's still like a landing spot that has Deadpool symbols. I'm like,
wasn't Domino on there too?
Yeah. Domino, Psylocke, and Cable, the X-Force.
Oh, no Brad Pitt? Is the Mr. Invisible, or whatever the fucking name was? Invisible Man, or... Yeah, I mean, I can't see that being reality, but I think it'd be awesome. If Michael Keaton can be Marvel and DC, why can't Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
But the thing is, they said they're not going to be doing any reshoots for the Snyder Cut. So if there's no reshoots, unless they were trying to keep it as a surprise or something, how can you have a shot of Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern?
They're doing reshoots, just not with the actors. I don't know how that's going to play out.
I think they're doing some other work, like, because I saw a
Special
thing.
effects,
The way Steppenwolf looked in the movie that came out is not the way he looked in the Snyder Cut. He looked different, and also Darkseid appears in Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
And it goes more into that dream sequence that Batman had in Batman vs Superman, where he was, in that trench coat and he sees the Omega symbol, Darkseid, and all the parademons. It's supposed to go more into that, and why that scene was. But I mean, even in Crisis, they showed Oa, where all the Green Lantern Corps was.
Yeah.
At the end, that was from Ryan Reynolds' movie, so that universe exists in the Arrowverse. Or, well, all the universes were pretty much, the parallel Earths were pretty much destroyed, and it's down to like Earth Prime and a couple others, but maybe it still exists, I don't know.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it came out last year. If they haven't seen it, that's their fault. Oh, the end of Arrow, the last episode of Arrow, the series finale. Diggle, the guy that, Spartan. He was, the show's ending. They were going to do a spin-off, Green Arrow and the Canaries, with Oliver's daughter. But at the end of the series, John Diggle is sitting there doing something. They're fixing to move to Metropolis, and something crashes from the sky, and he opens up, and it's just a bright green light. So he may be the fucking Green Lantern, like the John Stewart Green Lantern or something.
Yeah.
Because even in one of the other crossovers, the 90s Flash come in. He's like, John, why aren't you wearing your ring? And I was like, what? So that'd be awesome if they did a Green Lantern series too. But yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. It'd be awesome to see. I'm not holding my breath. I don't really expect it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a rumor, but it would be awesome.
There's still Deadpool 3. And it better not be PG-13.
Yeah, come on, Disney, do it right.
Disney, you mess that up, you're fired.
We will buy you out. Oh wait, we can't. They bought everyone else. They're fixing to own us.
Probably. Just like the Democrats, but that's a different story.
Name-driven entertainment is not for sale, Disney. When I was thinking of Michael Keaton returning as Batman, I started thinking about other things, and I just watched Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, and I was like, ooh, what if you did a live-action Spider-Man, the Spiderverse thing, Multiverse, and the Spider-Man now comes across like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. We never got a finish to that.
I know.
The Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
That was still disappointing. Still is.
Yeah, it's like it ends with like Rhino running towards him and like, all this shit's going on. It's like, oh, can't wait for the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not doing it now.
At least do a fight scene to extend it. Like alternative ending. Come on now.
Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man goes into like a multiverse or something. He ends up at that fight, seeing it. Just give us that conclusion. But I thought Into the Spiderverse was awesome. I mean, that was... I think it opened the eyes of a lot of people to Miles Morales' Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And that black suit with the red and everything. It's badass looking. So now, like, the sequel to the game on PS4 is now, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Mm-hmm. And it looks awesome.
Yeah, I was going to give away the ending of Spider-Man, the game, but I don't want to now.
No, because I haven't played it yet.
You still have to play it, damn it.
I've got it and I still haven't played it.
I'll just say Carnage is a completely different character at the end.
Okay. We had a little technical difficulty and we got that fixed and we're back. Now you might notice that someone different setting over here. Randy came in. He's joining the episode. Donald, you were going to say something before we got cut off. Did you forget?
Probably.
We were talking about Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Okay. No, we're talking about the Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but somebody else is going to be Venom. Not Venom.
Carnage. In the first game?
In the first game.
You said you didn't want to give away spoilers because I haven't played it yet.
On PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I guess would lead into the new one that's coming out.
I would hope so. Because if they don't, that's going to piss me.
I kind of lost my train of thought there. We were talking about multiverses and... I remember something I wanted to talk to you about. The WandaVision, the Scarlet Witch show that's going to be on Disney Plus. Her and Vision. Not the Flash. Quicksilver. Quicksilver from Fox's X-Men is going to be joining the show.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, they're exploring the multiverse too, and I mean, what a better way to involve Fox's X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all this stuff with like multiverse theories and shit. Mm-hmm. So, because Quicksilver in the Marvel movies and the Avenger movies died. Mm-hmm. They never even showed Scarlet Witch, I don't think, in X-Men movies. So now that Quicksilver is going to be coming into our Marvel. So, I mean, he's going to be in the show. I'm just like, I hope he's not another character. He better be Quicksilver, because that was my favorite Quicksilver.
Yes.
I liked it. He was hilarious.
He was comical.
The one from the Avengers movies kind of looked more like the comic book version, but it just didn't have that I don't know, the charisma that Quicksilver in the X-Men movies had.
Yeah.
But Randy, anyways, to fill you in, we've been talking about multiverses and between DC and, well, it started with DC and then we kind of started going into the Spiderverse and Marvel universe and everything. We were talking about Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. How does that make you feel? Is that like childhood kind of?
Yeah, I remember when
coming
he was
back.
Batman, and then I remembered that he wasn't Batman. I was like, what the heck? Oh, brother. Of course, I always liked Michael Keaton, like from Beetlejuice and all that. So, I mean, of course, he was.
There it was, Donald. You said we'd end up talking about Michael Keaton and bring up Beetlejuice. We didn't do it, but Randy did.
Who could? Who wouldn't? Anybody know Michael Keaton knows
As what I told Don, I was like, at this point, I'm not even worried if we're going to get that Beetlejuice 2 that they've been talking about for a couple years.
It's gone.
He's coming back as Batman. Fuck Beetlejuice. I mean, I'd still love to see it, but
I mean, Batman has been so many characters, so many voices. You know, even the Joker. You know, just so many different types. You know.
mm-hmm. Just
There's
not to
only
wear
one
the headset.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
No, there's a little cartoon Beetlejuice. I can't just, take it out too. There's two types of Beetlejuice. There's the cartoon, and then there's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
What if Beetlejuice had been shot with Johnny Depp? Because Johnny Depp is in all of fucking
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton's movies. His name just slipped my mind, even though I said it earlier. What if he would have been like Batman or Beetlejuice? Because Beetlejuice and Batman were shot like around the same time.
That Johnny Depp as Batman, yeah, I think he could. Johnny Depp could pull off a lot of different characters. Now, I think the Batman part would be pretty much close in the same, which a lot of Batmans, to me, they're the same. There's there's good Batman, there's irritating Batman. It's like the Dark Knight. I like the Dark Knight. I like the Joker in it. I like the chemistry they had from it. The voice of Batman, I couldn't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so where is he? You know, he's really.
Where are the other drugs going?
Where are they? You know, shit like that. I just couldn't. The voice in it wouldn't.
Batman's always kind of been, I'm Batman. Kind of just like this,
mysterious.
something. But he was just growling. Christian Bale just like growled at the.
Yeah. It was different, but like I said, I just prefer not that one. I think Michael Keaton could have gotten the Joker like the old Batman, because he didn't really say much. I think whenever you don't say much, people take you more seriously.
He was a middle Batman.
But Johnny Depp could play Batman. Now his Beetlejuice would have been different. Because the part of Beetlejuice's, I think it was Michael Keaton's attitude, in kind of a messed up way, which Johnny Depp could have had his own way of doing it too. But I think Beetlejuice would have been different if, nobody else can play the Beetlejuice part. I think it'd be totally different, because I think part of Michael Keaton's attitude was in that, because you see his other movies where he's trying to be serious, there's some Beetlejuice in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, do you think that's because there really was only one Beetlejuice, where there's been many different Batmen?
yeah.
Maybe we've seen, from Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and now Robert Pattinson that's doing the new one.
And
there's a lot of Batman. There's only been one Beetlejuice, like you said, other than the cartoon, but that was a cartoon.
Right. But, well, like I said,
I kind of thought the opposite. I couldn't see him doing Batman, but he's such a great character actor, Johnny Depp, that I think he could have done a Beetlejuice. If they were going to do a remake of Beetlejuice and it wasn't with Keaton, maybe Johnny Depp. You know how I feel about remakes. I'd be like, no, but if they said Johnny Depp's playing Beetlejuice, I'd be like, okay.
It'd be totally different. Still be
How about Ryan Reynolds?
Nice fucking model.
Ryan Reynolds.
Actually, Ryan Reynolds wouldn't be bad.
Pretty good. Yeah.
But Johnny Depp's a great character actor. I mean, he can play anything, anybody. I mean, there's not too many movies that I can think of Johnny Depp just kind of being himself. And that was Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. Maybe, what was the name of it? Benny and June. Remember that one?
Yeah.
He was kind of normal in that. And then
Kinda
Secret
caught-
Window.
Kind of caught
Yeah.
my attention whenever you said be himself. I don't think Johnny Depp's ever been himself. Ever. I think he's
Not
just
since he left
like-
Owensboro, Kentucky,
I think,
and got his first role in Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, what movie was it? It was Yoga Hosers?
Yoga Hosers. Kevin
I
Smith.
didn't even know
well,
that was Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it was. Well, he was
He
in.
played a weird character.
He was in both of them, wasn't he? Tusk and Yoga Hosers.
Yeah.
And we didn't even recognize him because it didn't even have his name in the credits. It was Guy Lapointe was his name,
Yeah.
and it was just himself. And then we kept. I don't remember me and you kept looking. It's like, why does this guy seem so familiar? Because he had like one eye that just kept wandering around and shit, and he was like French and stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like later, seeing an interview with Kevin Smith or something, because you know Johnny Depp's daughter's in Yoga Hosers with, and Tusk. She's the other clerk with Harley Quinn Smith,
Mhm.
and they're friends. And he got Johnny Depp in the movies, and I was like, that was Johnny. I had to go back and look, and I was like, now I see it. 21 Jump Street, the movie. The whole time I was like, it's a pretty good movie. They should have brought in like Johnny Depp and Richard Grieco or something, kind of like old school 21 Jump Street in there. They were in the fucking movie the whole time. And it wasn't until the end that they revealed like they were in disguise. I was like, son of a bitch. Johnny Depp got me again.
I never even seen that movie.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. My
Thank you.
bad.
I could play
Oh, you're good.
Beetlejuice.
I haven't seen 22 Jump Street.
I could play Beetlejuice.
I could see that. I mean, I'm still hopeful for Beetlejuice 2. I mean, we're getting Bill and Ted Face the Music, so why not a Beetlejuice 2? It's been in talks for the last couple years, but I think Tim Burton was supposed to start working on it after his last movie. But, yeah, I mean, like I was talking about, Michael Keaton is our childhood Batman, kind of. And just for him to be coming back is, I mean, amazing. Oh, that just reminded me. We was talking about Johnny Depp. I was telling you earlier about the rumors of who's in talks to play the new Joker in the Batman trilogy.
Oh.
Johnny Depp's one of them. I was like, yes, God, please, yes. Give me Johnny Depp as the Joker.
That'd be awesome.
Like I said, character actor, he can, yeah. Always, me personally, always pictured Johnny Depp playing the Riddler.
Yeah.
But the Joker, because they've already got the Riddler cast and the Penguin cast. The Penguin's going to be Colin Farrell,
Colin Farrell.
the Irish guy.
Oh, holy shit.
He was Bullseye
Oh, that guy?
in Daredevil.
Okay, that's gonna be good. Yeah, okay.
Seeing
That's
pictured
funny.
with the hat and the monocle and everything, I was like, yeah, he kind of looks good. What the fuck? But yeah, I seen the picture of Colin Farrell with the monocle and the hat and everything. I was like, oh, yeah. And he's got that Irish accent, which I think Penguin, a lot of times Penguin's portrayed as like Australian.
Hmm.
But I think Irish, I don't think it'll work. He might even fucking do an Australian accent. Who knows? But I like him as Bullseye and Daredevil. But you know, of course, most people probably don't remember that movie because now there's a TV show, and you know, those of us that remember when Ben Affleck was Daredevil,
He actually played a good Daredevil.
yeah,
Yeah, great.
that's why I was like excited when he got Batman. Everybody's bitching about. I was like, no, did you see him as Daredevil? I mean, he's in a mask. Well, you just see his mouth. Yeah, you can fucking pull it off.
I think he played Daredevil better though, but
It was a good Daredevil.
it's like if I'd say, yeah, he'd be good at Daredevil and Michael Keaton would be good at Batman. There you go. We
It's
gotta straighten it out right there. That's the way it should be.
One thing I wanted to mention, Denny O'Neil, that was a legendary DC writer, and Marvel too, but a big Batman comic writer, died recently at 80 years old. Legend in comics. Joel Schumacher died at 80 years old. Which is known for putting nipples on Batman's suit in Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
And the Lost Boys.
But he did the Lost Boys, yes. I love... God, it's probably my favorite movie of all time. And so, you know, I can look past the nipples on the bat suit because he made the Lost Boys. But actually, I mean, a fantastic director, done a lot of stuff, and he's gone now. But yeah, so I mean, that's it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Michael Keaton, after 31 years, is coming back as Batman, and two people associated with Batman just passed away at 80 years old, both of them. Yeah. He was the one that, Denny O'Neil, he was the one that brought Batman in the comics back to the Dark Knight, the detective, and everything. Because after the 60s TV series, the comics even kind of went campy, and then Denny O'Neil took over writing and brought it back to what it was. And then when he went to Marvel, he met a young upstart named Frank Miller that started working under him. And what did Frank Miller do? God, another legend in comics. That took Batman even darker with the Dark Knight Returns series.
Yes. And Sin City.
Well, what'd you think? That was, I cut it down a little bit because there were moments that we just kind of got a little quiet trying to think about what we were talking about or something like that. I didn't cut out a whole lot, just cut down a little bit, but hope you enjoyed the episode. We plan on doing more of these. Maybe we'll have our shit put together better when we do. The podcasts are coming out soon, and some of these, when there's something really important I want to talk about, I kind of throw together the video podcast thing to get out as quick as possible. But the podcast will be coming out very soon. I've still got a couple more to edit, but I'm going to start putting them out. They'll be available on Podbean and iHeartRadio. Of course, you can keep watching everything else on Lamdrivian Entertainment on YouTube. Which there's been some confusion. If you're wondering, Lamdrivian, a lot of people are trying to find it and can't figure out how to spell it. It's LAMBDRIVIAN Entertainment, but I'm working on changing the name on YouTube to just LD Entertainment, so it'll be a lot easier to find and look up. Of course, sooner or later, I want to put together a website, a Lamdrivian Entertainment website that you can see all the videos on and the podcast, listen to the podcast and all that. So that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. So for myself, Randy Barnes, and Donald Raymer, thanks for watching.
Life's a beach.